Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to level up in Battlefield 2042. Everything from what is the best specialist to use, what game mode should you play, and some secret tips that maybe other people didn't tell you about using specialists so you can get more XP with them. Let's jump right into this video. So first, let's talk about what specialist actually gives you the most XP. Now, I tried a bunch of them, right? And I try to fulfill their tasks, right? With this one, I try to destroy vehicles or use the grenade belts. I try to use the sentry gun. I try to hack enemies with this one. But at the end of the day, I found one specialist that did give you the most XP, and that was Casper. But it's not just about grabbing its recon drone and marking people and just like being in the recon drone. There's a little secret tip to it. But before we jump into that one, the way to earn XP that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's with a proximity sensor. So what you're going to do, it doesn't matter what specialist you are actually, all right? What you're going to do is you're going to go into your loadout here, click modify, go all the way to the right to throwable where your grenade would be, and then you get the proximity sensor. This one does take a while to unlock. Again, I don't remember the level to it, but you definitely do have to play for a little bit. Once you have the proximity sensor, then just grab your ammo crate because ammo crates will regenerate that. And then what you do is you're just going to go spawn in, and basically what you do is they just spam them. And I don't know if you guys have seen people spam them, but that is what they'll do. So they'll just throw their little proximity grenade, right? And that'll start like beeping and trying to get some enemies. Obviously, if there are some enemies nearby, then it'll mark them. I'll show you how right now. So there we go. As you guys can see there, I just threw my proximity and look at all the enemies I detected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 50 XP, which is one of the most important things. Look at that. Intel ribbon 1,000. Just by throwing one into a big ball of people, I got like 1,200 XP just once, and I died instantly. The one important thing about all these spotting things and these marking things is, yes, you do get 5 XP every time you mark somebody, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is actually when you kill somebody, when somebody else kills that ping target, you actually do get 50 XP for that. And that is actually the same amount of XP that you get if you kill somebody. So that's why it's kind of an OP. As you guys can see there, just 15 XP for that. And then the thing is, you just grab an ammo box, go ahead and place your ammo box down, and then you recharge and you get another one. And now that sensor does stay there for a little while until they destroy it, until the time runs out. Now you only do get one per like rebox, a box of ammunition. But again, that's all you look at that. Another squad ribbon gain 1,000. So it's just really easy that you can just throw these proximity sensors all over the place, and look at that, it keeps pinging them. But now if you combine this with the recon guy that I'm about to show you, you are going to earn so much XP. Now this is what we're going to want to do with Casper. Once you have him selected, you're going to take out your drone and you are going to put him in a place where there are a lot of people. Now if you guys haven't used Casper before, you actually don't need to press anything to ping with Casper, and this is where the magic comes in. You're gonna put them at an altitude where you can still ping enemies, right? So you got to make sure. So at this distance, we're perfect right here. So we're actually still targeting enemies. So you're gonna put them in a place where a lot of enemies are rushing. So you can see here, there's a lot of enemies behind here. We're just gonna ping them, obviously, before we do this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down like here. So there's a lot of them over here pushing from this area. So I'm gonna put my camera kind of like visually on the objective, right? And we're gonna put them like this. And then once we put them like this, we're gonna get out of our thing, and we're actually just going to go into combat, and we'll leave our drone like that, set up in a position where we believe there's a lot of players, right? Obviously you have to keep changing this every once in a while because they're not always going to be there. It's not going to be like the enemies are going to be crossing there. So as you guys can see, I'm not getting any XP from right now. So we're going to go ahead and move them a little bit just to, there we go, just to make sure we do have this set up right here. So we're going to move him maybe like right there. And now we're going to get out of our drone and keep on pushing. And that's something that you want to do with Casper. I feel a lot of people just play Casper and they, as you guys can see there, enemy spotted, 5 XP. You actually do not need to be in your drone while he is doing things. And that's one of the great things about Casper. Another enemy spotted. So you can actually be in the game playing around that drone of yours, getting kills. And as you guys can see, another XP, another enemy spotted. So while you're playing and getting kills, your drone is just up there spotting all these enemies for you, and you do not have to do a thing. And that is the secret tip of Casper. Again, you do have to move them once in a while because the enemies are not always going to be there in the same exact spot, right? But that is how you get XP. Look at that, three more people target ping. That's what you got to do. In that way, you can actually focus on 2 things: getting kills, destroying tanks, or whatever the other thing is you may be doing, and getting a lot of XP with your Casper drone up there and not doing anything. And again, like I said, once he is all over and once he's done pinging, then you can go ahead and move into a different location. So now that we've talked about that, using the drone to get XP, we're going to talk about another important thing, which is what actually gives you the most XP in the game, and that are called ribbons. And what are the different types of ribbons in the game? Well, there are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ribbons in this game. The first one is going to be the logistic ribbon. This one you earn by healing, resupplying others, and just repairing other vehicles in the world. So if you're throwing your ammo boxes, healing your boxes down, you should get this ribbon. And again, ribbons are very important because they give you 1,000 XP per every ribbon that you get. Next one, you got an objective ribbon. This one is just earned by playing the objective. Next one, you got a wingman ribbon. This one is earned by supporting teammates by things like revives and assists. So just basically playing your game